I just wanted to let you know that something really major happened last night because of the whites playing games, playing with people's kids, starting shit, Russia involved, and creating chaos in the media. First, I wanted to show you this. Okay, a lot of NYPD officers are quitting. A lot of them are not really quitting, they're getting fired. So they're just saying that they're quitting so they can try to go to other departments, but they're getting decertified. And the academies they canceled the next 5 academy classes until they can figure out what families they're coming from, how they're connected to Irclancla Cyborgia, and how they were connected to the use of this virtual reality. Because when this virtual reality started, the registration for the academy blew up because people wanted protection from what they had gotten started with the endowment. So there's a bunch of police officers that just got fired because it came out that they only wanted to be the police because they were starting shit in the hood, playing with Rocky and Robin, starting a bunch of bullshit, playing with French Montana, causing a bunch of chaos and starting nonsense all throughout New York. So that's a big thing that's getting rectified. This is very serious for this to be going on. That they're leaving, that the police are leaving in droves, and that the academy got canceled. 3 women hit by a car in Detroit. Well, because they were starting, people's kids were going missing because of them. So they went to go step out with the money that they earned from tracking people's kids, and well, they got hit. Well, luckily it's not a Scooby Doo van, but that's next. Terror Squad. Erica Mina, her baby daddy, he died. This is because they were playing with Papacito's dad and his best friends. This was Aguachiles in Puerto Rico, playing with everyone's weight, secretly being involved with Griselda's family and telling people, the truth about your dealings and getting people wrapped up with dishonorability with Noriega. So he ended up getting sick and dying because they gave him chung and they hit his ass up. It was really out of control what had gotten started with that virtual reality. A Terror Squad. That's Fat Joe and them. Yeah, that's Fat Joe and them Terror Squad. This is his right hand. I think that this is very serious that this happened, given everything that just happened with all the celebrities and how they got exposed. Please, you guys need to understand that all these celebrityism, I guess that's what you would call it. Celebrityism is done for because of everything that got reality. People just said there's no point in it. They cause a bunch of drama. They're just like me anyways. Why pay attention to them? They're always in drama and chaos. They're chasing after Daisy because they have no money. So why pay them attention? So now these celebrities are getting mad. People are treating them like everyday people. Speaking of everyday people, every year there's an everyday people party in the Bay Area, and every year several queer women go missing. There are a lot of people alive. Everyday people party. They're being used for surrogacy. Thank you. And the people that organize that party, they know about that. They work with Kamala Harris. This is just for the cartel. These over-the-counter amplifiers. This is for energy. This is like Red Bull. This is to keep you awake. This is for libido. This is for stamina for sex. Libido is the same thing. Stamina for sex. It's for that. Be careful with those because those are all mixed up with Pequite right now. I just wanted to tell you guys this. This is one of the things that everyone's complaining about. I told you that they're shutting down people's bank accounts left and right, and that this week a bunch of people are going to find out that their bank account is getting closed, that they're going to have to go pick up their money or get their last check, and that they have to find a new bank because they can't have a business or bank with that bank. And this is how you're going to find out a bunch of celebrities have no money, and that they actually have been involved in starting a bunch of bullshit with you personally. Some of you guys don't know that these celebrities have lists of black and brown women that they're supposed to be targeting for rituals to make themselves famous. And I was one of the people that they put on that list, and it exploded and got several bitches murdered for playing with me. So now this guy's complaining. Oh, somebody went missing. Oh, they want me to see that somebody had gone missing. Thank you. Yeah, cartel chaos. Yeah, and Pepsi. This came up last night with Pepsi. Oh, okay. I wanted to tell you that this came up with Pepsi last night because of stem cells. And there was like something that I bought in the store, liquid smoke, and I said, oh, this has stem cells in it. It's like umbilical cord cells in this. I'm not going to use this of like a white baby. Stem cells are beyond that. Like you don't really, those are not really stem cells. Those are like cells that the umbilical cord will program to give the baby, like, oh, you need immune cells, you need nutrition cells, you need this type of cell or that cell for your development. Those are not really stem cells. So I have no idea what they're doing. So they just wanted to send out that alert that there's kids getting in the cartel so that their families can get this stopped with Martha Jimenez. And I don't know who's doing this, but I guess something really ratchet that I don't know about happened in Spanish America. So they're really like not playing at all with anybody that was involved in this, really playing with people's kids, starting shit, causing a bunch of drama and chaos, playing in people's bank account. That's another thing too. A lot of these people were getting their money through ill ways. They were getting their money because they were using that make off platform that I told you about. Not makeup, but make off. Like now you can make off like, and that's how you can make off. When you say make off, that's like how you can like hit a lick or how you can like get like jug or get something for the free or like free 99 type of energy. That's basically what they're talking about here. That's what they were doing and their bank account got shut down. Yeah, family business account. They had a business for 85 years. Their family's account got shut down because they were laundering money and they were playing. So all their accounts have to get shut down. The feds have ordered it. The good ones. Ooh. Yep, all these celebrity chefs, they were robbing the cartel to fund restaurants, starting hella chaos, causing hella drama. They all got put out of the cartel, and this one died because he was one of the main ones robbing all the immigrants out in the UK. Oh, it's Rwandan spices or Jamaican spices. I don't care. We can use it. Oh, it doesn't taste the same as black pepper. Okay, give them all these boxes back. Hell is stupid, and he got ended up getting smacked out. Look at his face. That's a Neanderthal right there. That's an ape. No lips, hair everywhere, low forehead, meaning I practiced incest. Be careful what you start because this whole ape thing that they started was screaming and chanting in the ears of black and brown people. It ended up bringing out something very sinister about white people, aka the fact that they have Neanderthal DNA and they have DNA of a specific ape that is not a guacatazi because it was genetically modified. It doesn't have a speech. There you go. My JSA bank account was suddenly drained and I lost $42,000. Yeah, everyone's losing money because they were stealing. Their families were stealing. They practice incest with their families. They were using that to like get mentally ill so they can play with people and start a bunch of bullshit. They were utilizing that chemical demon to fuel themselves to play with black and brown people and cause chaos and then get into things like stealing and doing a lot and thinking that they weren't going to get reprimanded by the law. And now look at them here. And I just wanted to tell you guys about this because all these women are going to jail. And yesterday, like I said, I ran into a white girl and her family because of who her family is. She's in danger of getting kicked out of her PhD program because of what their families have been involved in the UK and the United States. It's not a joke right now. You have any connection to that, your clunkless cyborgian nonsense, you're done for, which is what's happening here with Russia. Russia losing 76 passenger planes. I hope this is true. Yeah. They lost 76 planes to move people back and forth, and it was because they were bringing people to the United States that are disgusting via these planes that didn't have papers or anything. And that came out with the hostel. That came out with the hostel. They had seen several planes. But that, in fact, was because of the hostel stalking and harassing and following me. And somebody saw my YouTube. This happened all when, like, they took me to jail because of what I had posted. Because the day before I went to jail, I was downtown and I took a picture of somebody that was following me over these new cartel recipes, like basically how to put your different pharmaceuticals together and expand them and do this and do that because of the drug shortage, which is what I was teaching people. Um, I have something coming out about herbs that you can use to expand drug classes or retract them, or drug classes that you can use herbs. And that's what we're going to be getting into in the next couple of weeks. I'm not doing that yet. I'm going to wait until three people call me for a conversation and then I'm going to be doing that. And the hospitals and the pharmacists, they really need that right now so they can avoid this like drug shortage that they're going to end up suing several companies over for playing with my work and playing with me and sticking their dick in people's kids and talking about getting magical coding and chemistry powers. Right. When it's just basically divination. Exactly. That belongs to a black woman and her vagina, not to a white man with 3-inch penis sticking it in people's kids and sticking it in his mom and starting hella hood wars. because the mother is jealous that he's going to go practice pedophilia now, as if the child invited him. That's the biggest thing that's coming out here too, with how whites or these Russians were practicing incest, playing with Ukrainians, playing with the Romanians, and also what happened in Afghanistan. 3 planes were seized because of what came out with Afghanistan and a specific family who's mentioned on here. Now what's happening here is because of the hostel and because of how wild it got and how many reports people made and how people were like, how did these war criminals get into the United States without papers? That's why they started seizing their airplanes. And now these planes are going to be able to go to the black community because they're going to sell them for pennies on the dollar to make up money. I think that the government appease people in this whole new thing that's going to happen with the rectification. They're gearing like how to tell the media, how to tell the public about this, how to account for all the mass chaos that they created, how to make it seem like they didn't support white women in playing with people's kids because they're jealous of women of color. So they were taking it out on 3 and 4 year olds, right? They're trying to think about how to appease the public. So this is one of the things that you can do. Sell these planes for penny on the dollar to different like black and brown aviation companies, to the cartel, to the people that are in Corp Commercia, etc. He'll be one of them. Rexy Roll, her dad will be one of them. I'm not necessarily talking about her. I'm talking about her dad because he has the company. She was all involved in playing with me with Spellwork. I don't even know her. And then when this blew up in their faces, they try to act like they weren't involved and their lives fell apart because they're playing with magic and they didn't expect a reversal. Like, well, there's so many people doing it. It's never going to go reverse. It all went reversed. You have no idea how far my hand can reach with magic. I reversed all of it. All of it went reverse. What I'm dealing with right now, it's not magic. It's white people that are playing because that's how they play because they're mentally ill and they practice incest and they're trying to make it seem like their behavior is not driven by incest. Right. And then also delusional ass like behavior and drugs, incest and meth. So that's one thing. And then this is, here we go right here. Flight risk. Flight risk. Flight like airplane and then taking flight off. The founder of Binance, they're not letting him leave the US. He was trying to go travel so he can go hide in another body or go hide in some like enclave in China, some like rural place, but they already have that place tapped because they have Wi-Fi and stuff like that there, so they already know where his hiding place is because somebody leaked it. Like this is where they're gonna go hide and when they get caught because somebody has been sending out these just for the past 5 years. So then when my YouTube came around with all this with Castle, he didn't think it was going to go that far, but now it went that far and now people are getting reprimanded and now people are getting set up and caught up. So Binance is a crypto exchange, you guys. This is very serious for them to be getting caught up like this, playing with crypto, playing with our money, starting shit with people's kids, getting caught up for it. This something very have to happen for them to stop, and it's coming. It's right around the corner. Half of it is week, and people are scrambling to get out of like jump ship with Kamala Harris, jump ship with all the other bitches that they play with because now they see that, oh, I didn't know that you were broken. It was about her coding system. Why didn't you let us know that? But you already knew it was about something having to do with either my looks or having to do with my mind because you see a bitch that's acting like that and you obviously know it's jealousy. So they got all these critter looking black bitches with black and brown bitches with ratted ass weave, botched BBLs, looking like that one female off fashion over that everyone's always talking about. And they got these bitches involved in playing with spell work and playing with people's kids. And this is how this blew up to the epic proportions that it's involved in. Because now everyone on the planet is talking about how it took them playing with black women spiritually to start this. That's another thing that they're trying to hide. That it was them playing with black and brown people spiritually who are way more spiritually adept and way more spiritually attuned and powerful than white people. Playing with indigenous people, you're playing with white people with no spiritual power or DNA, and you're playing with black and brown indigenous people like that, and you're wondering why shit is crashing and falling and exploding around them because of what they were doing, playing with black and brown people spiritually. That's the biggest thing. You have to know it's because they're playing with us spiritually. You have no clearance in this area. So how did you do it? You have to go in space and play with people of color, our children, as teachers and shit like that, bitches that have no melanin, but getting caught the fuck up with this, that, and that here, and aquatic beings hidden on the planet. Had you never done any of that using our kids, they did it twice to like have stuff for millions of years, and they all got caught. It was like they agreed to it. We'll get caught. Our federation will get exposed. They won't think that you guys did it, but they didn't know that somebody went all the way up. Like, oh, you're playing with my uterus. Because I felt like a spiral move. And she went all the way up and saw who was doing it. And they planned and set her up all the way down. And it was one of the queen trigger fishes. Because they have a speech, I'm very close to God. So if she was playing with Irklankla Irwai all the way up and a Kame'in saw that all the way down, that means that they've been setting them up for years. And these hoes just not found out that you've been getting set up because Imhotep saw what with her flower, playing with her spiral. She's the one that set you all up, the queen triggerfish. And you don't even know that this aquarium was destroyed, the one that you have in Europe, talking about we get food and stuff like that. You're in here telling people that you're getting food, that you're their higher self. Do they know that you're hiding in different bodies of fishes? Do you know that they saw this before you? That's why they don't take you seriously. And this is what started the war against the illegals and the elementals. They have no idea that people know what they did, that they know that these bitches started slavery and they're hiding in different bodies of aquatic beings. Because we smacked out a whole entire aquarium. I have to show you guys this time. This aquarium that was destroyed because ESP, because they were playing. Watch it. They're gonna get insurance payments, but they're not gonna rebuild the aquarium. That's fine. They can have a small one that they can move back and forth and around. Let me see here. Yeah, it was an aquarium hotel. Yeah, 1,500 fish in Berlin. It exploded because they had this girl running her mouth, starting yellow shit, playing yellow games, so they clapped her ass out. And she got smacked. Took her picture down. Ooh. Yeah, they took her picture down. This is it. This is her right here. This is like the last picture of her because people could not find out that it was this fish that started slavery. They needed to hide this because of how many of these fishes are all in the aquarium. It brought up a big issue like why don't you have these type of jellyfish? Why not these type of seahorses? Why fish in every aquarium? Because that's how they get food. And they have to go live in those bodies. It's very, very sad, but they should go stay there. Yep, they're next. They're next being used as vessels, ratchet, dirty bitches that started slavery. Yep, smacked out this whole fucking aquarium. Look at this is it right here. The news story. They posted it. They only posted her picture. Did you notice that? Where are all the other fishes? Smacked out, playing, died in the streets of Berlin because you're a fucking idiot playing games like that. So, anyways, you guys, this is one of the things that's currently going on wherein people are just now seeing how important it is to pay attention to the aquatic beings in the aquatic realm. Is there an aquatic being that has formed to completely destroy the United States government? Several trillion. Has there been one that has been formed to destroy Kamala Harris? That's been done. That was done when she was 19 years old. Is there another one that will completely end this Democratic Party, Democratic Conservative Party, Tory Party, all the way around? There is, and it's done. I have to show you guys one other thing here that was in my phone with this proof of chaos, and then we'll go into following up on the tutorial because somebody got killed last night in the cartel for using those devices playing with Martha. That's where they were getting them from, where you go next to people and you can tap their phone or get like their CDMA, cell device, cell tower information, etc., etc. Keisha got her car back after we said something on you. I love me some him. I love it. Never love this way again. Keep her in love. Fire destroys Boston triple decker, damages nearby homes. They arrested this lady because her son died. Um, what's gonna happen here is you guys are gonna realize why in the Brockton, New York, Philly area and New Jersey, all these houses are getting set on fire and then all the police chiefs are dying because they were the ones that were doing these fires to get you out of your apartment or your complex and then trying to sell your place for pennies on the dollar to spite you. Yeah. This dude got killed. This I had to just screenshot this out of all of them because he got killed because he was playing with Jermaine. That's what happened. They were playing with J. Cole and they got killed because they were robbing hella people and starting shit. So they said that his death was an accident, not to alert people to what's going on. And then they didn't know that this was going to get leaked and that several people watch my channel. So now everyone knows what happened to his family, what's happening with him, and what's about to happen with his family. Oh, yeah, it's already up. Okay, let's see what's going on here with this missing LA County teen. And then I'm going to go ahead and get into this reading real quick, just to give you guys an update on terms of what has happened with the coding tutorial. Palmdale on Friday. Aaliyah, Elizabeth Wheat, I'm telling you, hella shit going on in the cartel playing with Hanifi Borgia. This one is unfortunate. Please return this little girl home. Yeah, they're trying to use her to keep people hostage, like taking these innocent children with them. She'll be home soon. Just let her go home. And please do not molest that child. Because I wish I had that technology where we could put tracking devices on people via their zodiac. I wish it was already up. That's one of the things that we're going to be building to give people peace of mind in terms of what happened to their family. Speaking of families, you guys know Castle went to go kidnap and rape a bunch of women and dump them in different waters. Their families are in that virtual reality calling the police every day because Martha uploaded one of them because it got wild in Chicago with who her baby daddy was. She died while pregnant and uploading them, your daughter's dead, bitch, starting shit like that. One of the things that's currently going on is Okay. One of the things that's currently going on is that these families are paying to get different diving teams out there, body at the bottom of the deck, and then what we're going to check into for the coding tutorial. Because what's happening is the government is spending a bunch of money on putting different submarines and stuff like that in the ocean. They want better technology for like certain lakes and things like that to find their loved ones. So that's what's currently going on. Let's see messages here. I'm going to do this tarot deck first. I should use the Comedic Tarot, but I'm actually going to use this one, the Herbal Tarot. Let me see what we get. Messages regarding the coding tutorial from last night. What do we need to know? Let me connect this to like the most accurate divination channel. Okay. Messages, please. What do we need to know about the coding tutorial that we did last night? High Priestess. Something's going to come out with the environment. Something with the environment's going to come out. I said something and it happened. Which is like how the internet slowed down and a bunch of bullshit going on. The World card, Justice, Queen of Wands, yeah, Empress, yeah. Something about females trying to find out who's baby mama. Like, oh, I want to know who his BM is. Let me follow him over here because he hides her so that we don't stalk and harass her life. Yeah, he has 2 secret children. He doesn't tell anybody who his baby mama is. You can't find them anywhere. They even have trap phones and burner phones, and they take their kids to homeschool. And some female like following them around. Okay. Messages, please, regarding the coding tutorial. I could use that code. That's a Kemet deck because that one, let me start to bunch of stuff in the quartz. Here we go. Okay, let's see. What messages do we have here? Coding tutorial. Yo, you have the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The Ten of Swords with the Tower card. And that the Tower card is also that Five of Wands. Remember we coded that in another tutorial, like the day before? I coded the Tower card by doing the Five of Wands 3 times. So this is coming up right now. Ten of Swords in the Tower. It's done for. Somebody got caught playing with somebody's phone. You got the 4 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. Look at this. Look how the cards are showing up inside of the tarot reading. These are the cards that we coded on the internet. And then they're showing up here in the tarot reading. I would say that that's a good thing that you guys can do just to track and make sure that you're having like proper outcomes. Do a tarot reading after. Make sure that you guys are using a copywritten deck so that you guys can invoke certain like laws for court for evidence purposes. Because some of you guys are like doing that type of stuff right now. And that's all Devil card. That's all in the book that I wrote about how to use it's the use of tarot in law. The use of tarot in law. It's a book that I wrote about how to use tarot cards in the court as evidence. And it's very true. And it's happened a lot because that book was so structured and organized. A lot of people started using that because tarot is used for divination and law's type of divination. Law you should divinate on. Messages, please. Messages, please. Regarding the coding tutorial. Here you have the Strength card, yeah, in the Moon. King of Swords reversed. Investigators are all over something with somebody's phone. 5 of Wands right here. 5 of Wands right here. Look at you have the 5 of Wands and the King of Swords. Yeah, somebody's getting hit up, and I just talked about that 5 of Wands, and then you have the Moon card. All right, you guys, that's pretty much what we need to like say. Walking away with the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Cups because they're getting exposed for pedophilia tough. All these people that are working in tech and coding and whatnot. I'm telling you, if you're a white man in tech, that's done for. That's over. They're gonna make sure that they get you out of there. All of them go play at ChatGPT and then get siphoned off and out of tech and coding completely. And something really big is coming up in the cartel with all those planes. How did Russia get money for all those planes? Is it not the overlay where they robbed all of our Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Patreon? Because I wasn't the only one that was robbed on Patreon. I should be making at least $15,000 a month on my Patreon with how many people are on there, but I'm not. So now, yeah, and that's a big thing that's coming up too. Where did they get all this money from? And how now they lost all their money because they were playing with people in the courts. Let me use this deck and just clarify. What do we have with the Ten of Swords? Because we coded this into the file, warrant and planning. I told you, I'm telling you right now, these people are getting hit left and right. Don't believe what you see. Oh, there was an announcement that somebody that worked at the court has died. Ooh, don't believe what you see. Believe everything that you're seeing with these people. Believe what you're divinating on and believe what's coming out in these videos with the proof of chaos. What's the Tower card? I'm single again. I'm back on the prowl. Thought it was perfect. I don't know how. You have the Angel of Death right here. And then we also have bad health because of how people were playing with that technology that requires radiation and they're sitting next to it thinking that they're not going to get sick even though they uploaded you. And then wanting victim of a crime. And then I see you because somebody's phone is straight tickety tapped after following me. It's about the 2 white men that followed me yesterday, actually 3. White men that followed me, they all got caught. All their phones are tapped, and something really vicious is coming out with the feds wanting my phone because that technology on my phone. In a minute, there's going to be a big ass fight, and people not getting paid if I don't get pulled in for questioning. I feel like that's been done though, because everyone saw what they did with Leon, how they try to tie his hands at the job and allow this to go on, given his position with the whole cybersecurity team and whatnot, and how they were playing. And it's taboo because the Goddess Council is involved. And the spiritual realm is involved too. And this is what and receipts with spell work. And you guys need to be careful playing with any of that because this spell work, it does not matter. All of it's being litigated because of how they were up using the platform to run the magic. Because spell work doesn't work on the planet anymore. So they said, go get everyone's kids. And then the nutrition that they eat will be as a growth factor to grow magic. That doesn't work either. You need to go into the magical realm and activate it. You might as well talk to a rabbit and see if you can get something like, don't pull her out of a hat or carry her by her ears or cut her ears off or molest a rabbit. Just talk to her and she'll tell you what you need to do to get magical powers. Like, oh, just stop eating this. Eat more cilantro. Eat more greens so that she can eat too because she has a spell on my refrigerator. What's the Tower card? Just doing anything. You have gang stalking with the Tower card. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby. Yeah, because of the stalking, and it says detox here, because this is about to come to an end. And it says victim, and it says kidnapping. This kidnapping, it doesn't apply to us. It applies to how they were using this on the children, like the ones that we're talking about. It applies to how they were using this on children to track and harass and stalk them, like uploading them like, oh, you have speech therapy. Oh, but I don't have a problem hearing. Why is this thing blasting in my ears? So they can track and harass those kids to play with like DNA testing and whatnot. What is the 4 of Cups in the Moon? 4 of Cups is their coding is getting rejected. Their apps are getting rejected to get in people's phone. What's the Moon? Yeah, time for a change. Yeah, trauma bonded. This trauma bonding is not necessarily it. It's the time for a change. I would say they're bonded to what they're doing. What's the Moon card? I'm not afraid of white people, by the way. I'm not afraid of white men at all. At all. Never. I don't take them seriously. In order for someone to be afraid of you, there has to be like a level of like taking somebody seriously. I don't take them seriously because I went to high school with them and I see how they live. They have sex with their families. They start a bunch of shit. They're disgusting. They're delusional constantly. What's the point? What's the Moon card? Yeah, I went to California high school in San Ramon. What's the Moon? You have receipts, yeah, and then fighting and public. because everyone saw me getting followed and then saw it on video and saw this bullshit, and 3 people called the police, but it was a high level person that called the police and demanded an investigator, and that's why this has gotten started with them playing like this over my work. I feel like it needed to go this far because now everyone has gotten themselves straight locked out of tech. That's good. I think it's perfect that a black woman can run all this and you can't get shit. I think it's perfect that you played with me for like 4 years and you can't get nothing. You can't get into chemistry. You can't even get into this indigenous arts. You can't get into farming. You can't get into the computer. You can't get into arts. You can't get into manufacturing. You can't get into robotics. You can't get into metals. You can't get into anything, jewelry. You can't get into perfumery, because that's different than agriculture, like perfume, to grow flowers for perfume or to make perfumes or things like that. You can't get into any of that. You play with the cartel, you can't get a Hellcat. You can't get certain cars are getting recalled because they can't find a certain good quality metal from the cartel that's going to allow them to be able to make certain parts. That's done for. You don't even have that car, iconic. They're selling it for like 100,000, I think. That's done for. That car's not even worth $20,000 now. That's done because they got hit. You can't get anything. You want to play with spell work, you want to play with tarot cards, you can't even get into that spiritual community. Drowning. This is what we're talking about with Castle with a bunch of bodies in the water. What's the Five of Wands? Drowning, yeah, fights over this, hidden. Yep. This Five of Wands, people having to do sex work. Agent is involved and knows information. Yeah, there's several agents involved in dismantling that technology and blocking this from like happening moving forward, right? Because you're playing with a bunch of apes and Neanderthals, so they have sex with their mom. They have sex with kids. They practice pedophilia. That's all they care about is playing. They can never face anybody their own size or their own agenda. Never alone either. Whites are very weak. They're very weak-minded and very low vibrational, very delusional. But their DNA exposed them already, and that's why they don't have any. They don't even have DNA. They have something called like a DURS, like a protein, like a bad protein that's like been folding on itself because it's like connected to itself in several like illicit ways. They don't have like the two-strand DNA helix. It's like a misfolded protein. That's all they have. A prion. It's not even a protein, a prion. Let me not disrespect her. Sorry, High Priestess. I'm High Priestess of Biology too. I'm gonna start whipping that out this week with some of the manuals I'm gonna be doing in terms of how you can use sound. This is what I need to show you. One last thing, proof of chaos. How you can use sound to program chemicals. I'll never love this way again. Yeah, I don't know what a nigger is either. A nigger is a white person that's jealous of black people. Okay. Okay. So now if I can do this with fire and a trumpet, right? Sound vibration. Okay, if I can do that with that, right? Why can't I take my crystal meditations, program it with color, program it with spirals, and then program chemicals that way? Because fire is a chemical too. There's ethanol burning here, right? And you're speaking to the ethanol, which is then making the flame dance because you're upping the intelligence of the ethanol. So this is how we're going to get into it this week, that white people completely destroyed chemistry, have no idea what they're doing, and sat up here and dismantled the fucking planet to play with Gavin Newsom, who's schizophrenic and delusional. He's straight schizophrenic and bipolar and has like nothing at all to his mind at all. All he cares about is making it seem as if he actually finished his bachelor's, which is why he never got his master's, and that he didn't get dishonorably discharged from school for doing the same shit that he's doing now, which is forcing himself on people, starting shit with people's kids, and playing in good old boys clubs that are hazing people. The same shit that they did in college and thinking that they're cute. And that's why his career has gone nowhere. And they only let him stay in office to make it seem like Willie Brown still has power, and they don't. Because they're always in and out of meetings, always in and out of jail, always getting caught up. And somebody took a picture of his face when he was getting discharged from jail because he had to come and submit himself. All right, you guys, that's really just it. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped.